Well, of all of the recipes that we've shared with you thus far, and again, we keep reminding you, go check the recipe file cards that are here also on the DVD. There's a lot of other recipes, and even for some exotics. This one's probably the most exotic, but if you're an outdoors person, I don't care if you're a fisherman or if you're a hunter, chances are at some time or another, you're going to run across something that proliferates across the United States, and that is a rattlesnake. Now, you can run, you can hide, you can do the little girly thing and say, oh, I'm not going to touch him. But if you're smart, you may want to think about harvesting the rattlesnake, because actually, rattlesnake is excellent eating. And I'm going to show you how today. And it's, again, using a couple of the different types of spices and marinades that come from the high mountain folks. We were over on the eastern plains and had an opportunity while we were dove hunting and ran across a prairie rattlesnake. Now, prairie rattlesnake is not as big as, say, the western diamondback, the eastern diamondback, and some of the others. In fact, all snakes are actually edible, but rattlesnakes, of course, because of their reputation, you know, being able to serve it up in camp or serve it up with your friends and family, kind of gives you that special reputation. We ran across a prairie rattlesnake, and yeah, she was as mean as a snake. Well, we won, she lost. What you do when you get a rattlesnake, of course, is you want to make sure that once you've killed the rattlesnake, obviously chopped off its head, bury the head. What you then do is simply just skin it. It'll peel off like a great big banana. Turn it around, gut it out, make sure that it's all cleaned. You're going to find that it doesn't have a lot of meat, but the flavor of the meat is actually very light, very delicate, and very good. Some people say, well, it's like eating the meat off of the neck of a turkey. Well, yeah, it is, because it's a very bony animal. Yet, by the same token, prepared properly, obviously, it's certainly a open Western tradition. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rattlesnake here in a bag, because I'm going to use a marinade. Now, there's all three of them here from the Wind River line from High Mountain. You got the Zesty Western, the Soy Ginger, and a Sweet Honey. We've used these two previously and liked them both. This one we haven't used yet, but I'm going to go with the old Western style here today. So, pretty simple. Follow the instructions. Figure that the snake is about a pound, depending on size, and that's a pretty good sized prairie rattlesnake, by the way. 2 tablespoons of the marinade. Drop them in a cup, mixing cup. Add a couple of the teaspoons of olive oil, and again, 2 tablespoons of the original mix, 4 tablespoons of oil, and then again, you can use a type of vinegar that you want. This time we're going to try to give it a little more of a spice. This is a garlic red wine vinegar, so we're going to add a couple of teaspoons of that in there as well. Give it a little extra zest. And then I've got my own little secret. I've been eating rattlesnakes for years. And actually, I like them. People that have tried them with me then, once they've had them, said, can I have some more of that? That's pretty good. Here's a little secret. Can't go wrong with a little bourbon. A couple, 3-4 tablespoons is all. You can just eyeball it. What you do is once you get it all in there, now mix it up real thoroughly. Again, as I said, when you're using these Western, high mountain spices and marinades, you got to remember one of the greatest advantages is it's fresh and it's potent and it's strong, but it also takes a minute or two of actual really good stirring up to make sure that everything breaks down and that you've got all the spices in there together. Take your bag with your snake in it, add your marinade across. Shake it out real good. If you've got a little extra on the bottom, add another teaspoon or 2 of, well, you can use bourbon. Because you want to get all the spices and all the flavors in on it. Simply do that. Seal your bag up real good. Shake it up. And get ready then to put it into a cooler or the ice box for probably overnight. It'll be real good. So on that happy note, Sammy the snake here is going in the ice box and be cooked up tomorrow. Okay, yesterday we bagged up Ryan the rattlesnake here, or Sammy the snake, depending on what you want to call him. Everything's all good to go now. The marinade's completely set in. Now's the easy part. I've got the Browning smoke vault set at about 300 degrees. I've got my wood already going. Now look at that. But again, keep in mind, a rattlesnake's dry meat, so what you're going to want to do is make sure that you keep some marinade in on it. You can just take whatever the leftover is from what we use from the Zesty Western and the little extra bourbon kick, put that in like that, and it's ready to go. Now, some people may want to cut it up, cube it, and chop it, but I kind of like the effect that when it comes to plating, everybody's going to know it's a for real snake. And that's it, 300 degrees. Check it in about 30 minutes. Make sure that you keep good smoke on it. After that then, basically what you're going to do is you're going to want to take a fork, get in there, and if the meat starts to pull away from the bones a little bit, just like a piece of chicken, it's done and ready for the table.